Hello and welcome back to Cobra Vids. It's another day out on the property, and today we're going to start building our wall. I've already mocked up a couple layers. Uh, when I did that wall, I didn't have any guidelines. I thought, oh, it's just a small wall. I can get them straight. And on this wall here, it kind of goes like this a little bit. So I've decided to do the job better. And what I've decided to do is I've created a line here. I don't know if you could see it, but I have a post right there, and I have my line coming all the way down the wall right here, all the way to the other end. Don't need any drainage here because literally all the water runs straight down here to this corner here. So this is the only corner that we're going to need drainage. I mean, I guess I could build a wall all the way around and have a freaking swimming pool here. Whee! Whatever. Let's stack those up, come back, and see exactly how they look at that point. All right, it looks like a blocking mess right now, but I've got my rebar, and I decided to go ahead and go through the expense of driving them into the concrete, the existing concrete. That way it will hold my wall still, and it won't drift in the big old floods that we get. So I've decided to do them a few feet apart. I'm already way over budget. I'm using some old blocks that I'll have to pressure wash after we're all done here, but I'm using some old blocks to help alleviate some of the cost. I may fill all the voids. I might fill just the rebar pieces. I don't know yet. We shall see. I'm definitely going to put some in every hole just to help lock the blocks onto the concrete slab that's already existing. And I got myself a hammer drill so I could drill out the holes for the electrical that's going to be coming in. I'm going to be bringing it across here and around this corner, and we're going to be coming up, and hopefully things work out how I have it planned. Let's hope and pray. Alrighty guys, here's an update, and it's been a while since I've updated, but we've got our wall built. It turned out really nice. I'm very happy with it. I think it's going to be very solid. This is the highest we're going. We're going to have another I don't know, an inch cap going across here like this. Each one of these conduits you see here is going to supply power to a light, and I can't wait to have those powered up. And right here, here's the other one, the corner one here. They're not going to be that tall. I just want plenty of room so I can cut back and trim. And we've got our electrical coming out the bottom here, and I'm going to fill this full of concrete to make sure that this is right in the middle so that it comes out the middle of the cap that's going to be on here. And then we'll go down into some conduit that's going to be running across the front of this all the way over to the other side, and we're going to supply lights in 4 locations, 1, 2, 3, and the very end, just to light it up out here, give some more light for our doggies when they come out to the new pen for them. And what do you think, guys? So the next step is going to be finish getting this pipe ready with the piece of wire going down there, because there's going to be a conduit junction box underground. It's sealed, so don't freak out about that. And when we have that all sealed up, then we'll run a wire into it, connect it up to the run that's going across here, and then it's just a matter of making the connection inside the house. But I'm doing this in sections so that I can do all of my wiring up last. I'm going to do the conduit and the inside switch last so that I can get the wall all done. I'm going to finish up this. I'm going to fill it full of concrete, put the toppers on here, and so that I can seal up all the pipes up top and down below, and then we'll continue from there. But once concrete is poured in these, it's pretty much solid. I am able to stick my wiring down through here, and it, because of the way I have it set up, it just guides it right through that 90-degree elbow there and right into the box. It's going to go right there. So, all right, guys, what do you think? It's going to work, isn't it? Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to go to the store to pick up some concrete so I can start filling my voids, and those toppers, got to add up how many I need and get them step by step. And any concrete that I have left over, I'm going to use on the garage project that we're still doing. So, all right, we'll be back on the next update. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for another day out on Cobra Vid's property here. We've got our rebar in place for our next wall. They're you know, so many feet, you know, 40 inches apart, something like that. And they're driven into the concrete, so they're anchored to this concrete. I drilled holes in them. That, ooh, hands are all vibraty. But yeah, we got them all. These are not in place. They're just kind of lined up, so I knew where I wanted to put my rebar. And pretty soon I'll be putting these in place permanently. I'm probably going to start on that side there, that corner, and just work my way over and then cross here. And but before I go for the night, I'm going to drill my hole into that brick and that brick for my lighting. They're the one way down there. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to wrap it up for the day. Here's something here. Have you ever had one of these grinding wheels disintegrate on you? That was scary. All right, so tomorrow when we come out here, we're going to be starting to lay these bricks in permanently. And once I get this wall up, my dogs are going to be like, oh my God, I can't escape off into there. Because they were all going off into that area there. And now with the wall that tall, they won't be able to get over it. So, all righty, well, I'm going to go in. The mosquitoes are starting to notice that I'm out here. We've got that much more brick to lay into this wall. Maybe. God, I hope so. Well, all right, guys. Well, here's where we're at. We still have this wall covered with plastic because I don't want rain. We're obviously going to get some rain today. It's like 80% in a couple hours. So I got plastic laying over all this and a couple bricks to hold it in place so that water doesn't get down inside the holes, because I do have some mortar in every hole sealing it, so it will fill full of water, and that's something I don't want to do, especially with fresh mortar. And on this side, look at where we're at on this side. We've got this wall all done. I use mainly new bricks, but I incorporated a couple used bricks in there. Well, not used. They're not used. They're old. They've been around on the property. As long as they were good integrity, I used them. I had a couple that were almost like homemade bricks, probably very old bricks, and it looked like it was concrete with a lot of the agate rock, however you say it. But anyway, I got it up against the house here, enough to keep my doggies in and allow some breathing room there. If I needed to remove these skirting pieces, I can. It'd be a little difficult, but I can get in there, definitely. And so yeah, that's where we're at so far. I just recently sprayed off the area to test my water flow, and I was very, very happy to see that it happened exactly how I thought it would. Well, here's a little spoiler. I've been watching the water flow, and it always flows down this way. But I'm worried about what's on the other side. So if I build up water along this side here, I don't want it going under the house. So what I'm probably going to do is build a French drain, maybe even a drainage pipe going out here. And then since the ground slopes down naturally like this, if I run this drainage pipe all the way down and put a layer of rock in there and all the way down to the edge of the road, it kind of slopes down like that, and I could just dump it out that way so that all the water's flowing out away from the house. That would really prevent a lot of what I built up this rock here for. I want to continue this. I want to put a border on here, and I want to continue this all the way down so that all the water is put into a channel that takes it out and away from the house. I'm sorry if I'm swinging around. Hey, Bear Bear. That's our dog there. He acted like he was going to die. He never got up, never wanted to go outside and play. And then we bought my wiener. I bought her for my wife because she always wanted a wiener dog, and for some reason she took to me. She's my wiener dog. And then as soon as we bought her, this guy started losing weight and started getting active, and now he's excited and he runs around and everything. So maybe the female sparked life back into our dog. I used to call him Fat Ass, but he's no longer Fat Ass. He's a chunk, but he's no longer Fat Ass. So yeah, that's Bear Bear, Wiggy, Winnie. Those are our babies now, because all of our other babies are growing up, and yeah, bummer, huh? So all right, well, I got like 2 more bricks and then two more bricks and then a single to finish up this wall here. And then I'm going to lay plastic over this as well so that I can keep my my project dry inside. I'm going to clean up a little bit, prepare for the rain. And before we wrap up this video, I'll go ahead and bring the camera back out and show you where we left off. Alrighty, well, here's how we're going to endure the storm. I got my plastic over my wall to prevent water from flowing in there. We're going to, since it's not raining yet and it doesn't feel like it's going to rain just yet, we're going to go ahead and place our last few bricks. I ran out of mortar last night and it's getting kind of late, so I went ahead and just packed it up, rinsed out my bucket. But I'm going to get a little bit of mortar mixed in the bucket. I'm not going to use the cement mixer for such a little bit, but I'm going to just finish up this so that that's done. And something else I'm going to be doing very soon is I'm going to be removing these beams here, because what I have found is that even though at one time these may have been pressure treated lumber, but as you can see over 10 years that this cover has been on this house here, it's starting to rot away. And that's because constant water has been on this block. And plus, I don't like these things here, these L brackets. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing something very, very neat. I'm going to be supporting the areas that this is supposed to be supporting. And I'm going to remove this piece. And I'm going to cut a predetermined amount off, and I'm going to drill down in the concrete and put rebar in, and I'm going to put a sonotube on top of it, and I'm going to fill it up with concrete, and with the rebar in there, it's going to hold it in place, and then I'm going to set the beam back on a bracket that mounts to the wood, because on a couple pieces I have rot and I have insects that have gone up into the post. So I have to cut some of it off to save most of it. And you can see over on that one, I'll zoom in a little bit, you can see how that is deteriorating as well. So pretty much every support, whoa, there you go. Every support around this house holding up our roof is starting to deteriorate. This one over here, I can see that it's almost not being supported at all. I can bang it around and it moves. So if there is any support, it's very minimal. So I've got to cut off pieces, and here's the one that I'm going to use as my guide, is I'm going to cut off sections until I get to good solid lumber. And then that's where I'm going to pour my sonotube. And because at one time these were, oh wow, look at that, guys. That is a root. First I thought that was a a big cable. But that is a root because there's a smaller piece coming off it, so that will have to be cut out. But what we should have is concrete in here, but I don't feel concrete. I feel that this thing has just been sitting on top of soil, unless, oh yeah, there's a little bit. So these creatures, probably termites, maybe not termites. There's a wood beetle that loves wood like this, but we're gonna have to put rebar down in here and pour a nice footer for this one. And however high I come up on it is where I'm going to mount the beam again, because most of this is really good, and these are, in today's prices, one beam to replace this is going to cost maybe, I don't know, a good guess is 50 bucks. So, and we'll do that all the way around until we're done. This thing here is out of balance. It's just sitting on brick. We're going to pour a concrete pad on that. We're going to have it lift up a little bit so it's not drowned when we get a lot of rain. And just all out improving things. And eventually we'll tackle these areas here. It's just going to be a while as I slowly move forward. But this wall that I'm doing, the lighting that's going to be in it, I'm very excited about it. It is going to look nice out here. You know, I mean, it is a manufactured home. We don't want to make it too fancy, but we need to do certain things to be happy here. Because when, if you guys saw my videos when we first started, this place was a mess. But we've worked on water routing. We've worked on structural. We've worked on efficiency by installing all the best insulation and vapor barriers and everything. And this house is very well insulated. And last, so that you don't see this and be like, well, you know, you're building this for your dogs. How the hell are they going to keep them in there? Well, I'm going to drill 2 holes for rebar, and I'm going to build a wall up. And I'm going to pour a little pad right here. And I'm going to sink rebar into the ground there when I pour my pad. So that way I can have bricks here. They're going to come out and around here to finish enclosing. And then we're going to have a chain link gate from here to here. It's going to be like 32 inches, 36 inches, 36 I think. And we're going to put a gate right there, and that's going to finish enclosing the area. But I have I have conduit to run here. I have drainage line to run. I have to reset these pavers in place. I'm probably going to reuse these because they're good. I like the rough texture and everything. So it's all good. Well, as always, guys, thank you for watching Cobra Vids. We enjoy bringing these videos to you, and we hope you watch. We hope you enjoy watching. If you do, give us a big thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one. Until next time, guys, stay safe and definitely stay free.